Hey, everybody, before you listen to this episode, we have recorded Best Actual Swear Word with John DiMaggio. We are also very close to recording our bonus episode with Paget Brewster, both of which were made possible by Max Fun members supporting our show during Max Fun Drive. And those of you who are members are the only ones who are going to be able to hear it. It will go out on our bonus feed only. So look out for those. And if you weren't able to get involved in the drive, you can still go become a member at any time at MaximumFun.org/join. And that will give you access at the $5 a month level or higher to the entire library of bonus content. Not only the stuff I just talked about, but the years of bonus content we've been putting out, plus the things we will continue to put out. So please, enjoy this episode and know there's bonus material on the way.
Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all. Best substitute swear word.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcast should have a theme song. Podcast should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
It's going to be fun, Hal.
I can't wait to do this.
Oh, this is going to be maybe the most fun episode that you and I, these couple of little that came out of the thrilling adventure hour, and here we are. Look at us on top of the world, pal. I love fake swear words. I love real swear words. Here's the thing. For our bonus content during the Max Fun Drive, one of our treats for our Max Fun membership is an episode that we've teased doing for a very long time, which is Best Swear Word. Because we do, of course, play clean on this show as much as possible. Every once in a while, something gets bleeped, but we like to play clean. We like to have an audience of all ages, you know, and we don't want to cut someone off from the show just because our language is a little bit adult. But sometimes you do have to augment your language.
Yes, you do. And in those cases, there are plenty of terms and words and substitute phrases that you can use in place of a swear word. And Ray Smotherman has asked us to figure out the best one. And you had a great pitch for this, which is keep it simple, silly.
I had a pitch for this, but I was pitching it for a totally different idea. But
well, we'll do that idea another time.
We'll do that idea another time, and we'll do that pitch another time. But I'm glad you've got 5 ready. That was the idea, was come in with 5 ready. Hal's coming in with 5 ready. I am not, because again, miscommunication. That's what we do best on this show. What I do have though, and I bet yours will fit into one of these 6 categories.
Oh, good
that's right,
Lord.
Hal.
Why?
We have, see what I'm doing to you?
This
is what I'm doing to you. Because I love you. Because I love you. It was so clean. It was going to be so clean and so easy. I know. I was going to make it easy for you. Do you want to know what those categories are?
Tell me I with an open heart and mind, I would love to hear all 6 categories.
Do you want to swear first real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. The categories are, and again, yours will fit into this. Some famous swear substitutes, they fit into multiple categories. But the categories are initials,
bling,
first syllable,
bling,
sound-alikes,
bling,
blank word,
bling,
old-timey,
bling,
and just a little less.
Boom, boom.
Oh, we don't like that one. So those categories, I think that all the best of the substitute swear words will fit into one of those categories.
Okay.
How do you want to approach this? Since we have 2 different approaches to this, would you like to pick one of yours that fits one of those categories? And then we can talk about some other examples that might fit that category as well.
I don't know if they're all in one category or if they're all in multiple categories. I know I don't have 6, so it can't be all 6 of them.
No.
But we're trying to find the best one, not the best category of one.
No, we're not trying to find the best category. I was just giving us a way to break them down and talk about them.
Oh, I have like favorites that these are the ones I either don't use them, but I admire their use, or they're baked into several vernaculars. They're still being used. There's one I'll say is an honorable mention, which is I play Fortnite a fair amount. I play with our producer, Ken Plume. And when he gets frustrated, he goes, fudgesicle lollipops. Which I think is delightful.
That is That is delightful.
Usually there are F words both before and after that, but the fact that he uses that's like an exclamation, it's very pure.
Sure.
I love that.
And may I say, that fits into at least one of our categories, first syllable, because it's the misdirect. Fudge sickle lollipops. Forget about it.
Yeah, okay.
Anything, you know what I mean? Where you're going to start saying the swear word,
Just
and then
fudge in general.
Fudge in general is a classic version of the misdirect. It's the, you think I'm going to swear? Even famously in the movie A Christmas Story, you think that Ralphie is going to swear, but then right at the end, he adds J.
Well, he does swear, but we get...
Yes, we hear. Fudge. What we hear is fudge. Yes.
So would shucks be in that category? Because you get the sh.
Here's the thing. I would put shucks. I would put that in two of the categories. I would put that in old timey. I would even put it less than a little less.
Were you King Solomon chopping these words in half so they could go in two different bins?
No. I'm not. I'm just saying that
premise is riding off the rails right now.
Look, my organization premise was based on the fact that I was coming up with categories and you were coming in with 5 favorites to lead us off.
The light is so dark on your screen right now that I feel like I'm chained to a basement wall while you're reading me.
I have 6 categories for you. Some of them sound like swears. Some of them are substitute words. You have 30 seconds to figure out which one is the best.
People of the world, here's the thing. I cannot figure out the settings on my camera on Zoom. I have an insanely bright light on me right now, but for some reason, it's still coming in so dim. So yeah, you know what I look like? I look like that first 90-second video that you watch before you do an escape room, where it's an entirely black background, and then someone comes forward in some sort of like steampunk dress and is like, "Oh, you've made it to my factory." Yeah, that's what I am right now.
Well,
I got categories for you, but you know what? We'll keep it loosey-goosey.
Okay.
You know, it drives me nuts when I come up with a structure and then you're like, well, just loosey-goosey it. But that's what the people of the world want. Don't you giggle at me.
I just wondering what the security deposit was when you moved into that blackout.
You know what? The security deposit was high, but the electric bill's super low. So I'm okay. The
lights went out in Mark's room.
I feel like I'm doing the opera section from the Bohemian Rhapsody video right now.
I love when you were in Queen. Yeah, that's so good. Mark, by the way, for those, because you can't see it, this is an audio podcast. He is living inside of Iron Man's helmet, but before it turns on. So there's just dim light from the outside.
As I'm falling from the sky, trying to get Jarvis back online.
Who will not do the podcast.
Oh.
Sorry, what were you going to say? What?
I was saying that I don't mind keeping it loosey-goosey.
Okay, loosey-goosey. Do you have one that you still use today? Because, you know, you curse, I curse.
Yeah.
In our everyday lives. But is there one that you hold on to when you don't want to curse that's a go-to for you?
Yes. And the one that I use would fit into the category of a little less. And a little less, by a little less, I mean, it's not exactly a swear, but it's colorful enough that I get my point across, but not so colorful that I couldn't say it on television.
Okay.
And for me, I think it is a versatile one. It is another F -- word that can replace both, sorry for the bleeping, and it can replace multiple swear words, and that is fart. Fart is just a funny word to me. Like, instead of, oh, eat shit, oh, eat farts. Oh, fart.
You know,
mother farter. It's one of those it's not bad, right? It's pretty good. As replacement swear words go, it's just enough of a, oh, what did he say?
You know, my F word substitute that I have here, and there are 2 that I like.
What's that?
Just because it feels like that's you're using fart for that. One is frickin'.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what the frick? What are you frickin' doing? But I think that has that hard C set, that, you know, that CK, that frickin'. But I also like friggin'. Friggin' feels, there's something funnier to me about friggin'. Like, what's taking you so friggin' long? Like, you can't bother to make it sound that much like the F word that you have to do a G.
You can't even have a plosive K in there. You have to phonate. Yeah.
Frig. What the frig?
Frig is pretty funny. I feel like there's a good quartet here that we can look at that all kind of are a little bit different and have slightly different usage. That's frick, frack, freak, and frig. Frackin, of course, famously is the substitute that was used on Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, fracking.
To delightful end.
Yeah.
I like it when it just becomes like a direct translation on a television show.
I had a friend in high school who was saying frack.
Oh, yeah?
He would say frack. And that was well before the revival. The revival of the show was still at least a decade off at this point. And
so he was just frack. a T. Boone Pickens fan wanting us to dig shale for natural gas?
No, he was like me, someone who really liked the sci-fi of the late 70s.
Fair.
Early 80s.
What about freaking?
Yeah, freaking's pretty good.
Freaking's...
I'm freaking sweating over here.
Yeah, I feel like we need to pick one between friggin', freaking, and frickin'.
You know why I like freak is it is its own verb actually it's do you want to funk is what I'm thinking of. Funk is also a good one, but it's not as
funk is a great one.
It sounds the most like it, but I think freak is better. Le freak c'est chic. That is another song that uses it, but I was thinking of do you want to funk? Do. That just feels dirty. It's too much like it. It can't be too much like it. I think it's too much like it. At that point, your funk is way too close to the actual word.
Isn't that what we want? Do we want to get are we playing blackjack here? Do we want to get 21? Do we want to get as close to the real word as 20. We can?
That's 2 10s. You better split that.
I'm saying 22 is the swear word.
Oh,
22 is swearing. 22 is busting. I think 21, I think we might want a blackjack. And in that case, funk might be it. Listen, motherfunker. It's jarring, right?
It's too much because I want to know the spirit of what you're saying, but I don't want it to sound like the word. Doesn't the light behind me? It's so bright in here, by the way. Doesn't it look like a poster over there? That's the actual outdoors. Can you believe that?
That is the actual outdoors. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the other corner where you have a very bright lamp. I love that we're doing a video podcast in audio form. Right now, it looks like this light behind you is so bright, Hal, that I feel like I've interrupted your death. Like I've interrupted you being beckoned to the light. Like, hang on real quick. I've just got to do a podcast.
Well, I'm coming to see you in the darkness.
Oh, no. I'm down here. You need to go up. You're going uptown, Hal. I'm going downtown.
From it. Listen, I've adopted the baby from, what's that show with Tinky Winky? I already ruined it. Teletubbies.
Wow.
Remember the baby was the sun?
Oh my gosh, that's right. That weird sun face baby.
Oh, now that I've explained the joke, it works perfectly. Yeah, I think I want something that gives the spirit of what you're trying to say, but doesn't actually say it. And funk is so close, you might as well just say it at that point.
All right.
You're not even trying to mask it. Like freaking is like, all right, you're very frustrated, but you're not going to get that close.
Let me ask you this then. And I think this is a very important distinction to make based on what you just said.
Right.
What are we trying to say? I think we have to determine if we're going to, like, swear words are used for different reasons. And I think we need to determine, before we determine the best substitute swear word, I think we might need to determine the best reason to use a swear word. So it's not going to be any of the ones that are in anger or meanness or hatred or any of those. My guess is it will be an expletive that a gerund can get added to make it an adjective, or can just be used as an expression, like an expletive expression, a single word expletive expression, maybe add ing and it becomes an adjective.
Maybe I do, but I don't want to just throw out the idea of being frustrated.
But that's where we would use. Yeah, you would say it.
If you hit your thumb when you're hammering a nail, and you have the self-control.
The classic reason to swear.
Yes. Classic reason you have hurt yourself. Or like one time, did I ever tell you about the time my mother closed my hand in a car window? I was a teenager, by the way. We were going down the shore. We'd stop at Wawa where my dad would go in to buy, just basics like milk, cereal, whatever we needed because we were going to stay there for a week or two.
Sure.
I'm talking to him about
your dad's like my dad. Go to the gas station to do your grocery shopping.
Well, I mean, Wawa is a convenience store. They didn't have gas stations there at the time. Or
Okay, so half a gas station to get your
half
groceries.
a gas station, the store part of a gas station, 100%. And I got out to stretch my legs. I'm talking to my mother, and I have my hand on the window, which she has down.
Mhm.
And we're talking, and then she decides she's cold or something and starts putting the window up. But it wasn't down all the way. So my
Mhm.
hand gets wedged, and I start yelling. Now, were I a classy gentleman, had I been a classy young gentleman, I probably would have
Mhm.
said, my hand's freaking caught. Freaking stop. Freak. Open the freak. Close the freak. While my mother is in a full panic, and in her panic has forgotten how the button that works the window operates. So she's actually trying to put it up further while my fingers are being wedged in. But I use the actual F word, I think 800 times in probably what amounted to 5 seconds. But very
she was doing a Jack Bauer to get information out of you, and that was the information that she got.
The information is that I will use the F word a million times if you close my hand in a window.
You know, I gotta say, I'm gonna admit something on this show that I'm not proud of. But I do it. I have done it in the past. I try my best not to. My mother hates swearing. I may have told you the story of the one time my mother swore because she didn't know she was swearing. You know what? I'll tell that story after this one as a palate cleanser. But my mom famously does not like swearing. So I'm ashamed to admit, in the past, deliberately sworn when it's been a heated moment because I know she doesn't like it.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course you did.
And I feel bad every time I do it. By the next sentence, I feel terrible, and I will say, I'm sorry, and then replace it with whatever milder form it is. But subconsciously in that moment, I'm like, I know you don't like swearing, and I'm mad at you right now. I love you, Mom. It is very rare that I'm mad at my mom. But in those moments, the one time that because my mom, I'll preface this with, she did not know this was a bad word. And when I confronted her afterwards and I said, Mom, you've never said a bad word in your life. She said, oh, I thought that was the cute word for it. And she said, when I came home from college with a goatee, oh, shave that. It looks like you have a on your face.
Oh, no. Well, in England, that probably would have been fine.
Sure, it would have been totally fine. But that floored me because this is how little she swears. She didn't even know that was a 4-letter word.
Incredible. Incredible.
Sorry, Mom.
Story. So
ridiculous. Good. All right, let's talk about some more of these swears. So it sounds like we're going to use the classic, I hit my thumb with the hammer.
Yeah.
That's the swear word moment we're going to replace.
I think freaking is good. I like freaking.
Freaking over frickin', frackin', and friggin'.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it is, I think it's generally acceptable.
Yeah.
As, if you're doing a high school play, the toughs are going to say freaking.
You want another one?
Yeah, I want another one.
List? This is a classic one.
Okay.
And I don't really use it that much, I don't think, but I respect its place in our cultural history. And that is heck.
Okay. Yes. So this goes again into the just not as bad, just a little less. I would put this in with dang, darn, and heck. Heck being a replacement for hell, dang and darn being a replacement for damn. This feels less like a replacement for a swear word and more like a replacement for blasphemy.
Because it's replacing the word hell, but also it just feels, it is probably outside of one other one that I have on this list that I think also falls in that category. One of the purists where you're like, oh, that's someone really nice. They're like, oh, I can't believe what the heck is going on here.
Yeah.
What the heck? It's just clearly, if you hear somebody say that, you know that they will not say any curse word. Because if they will replace that one, then it is they're going to find a better way to say anything, or not a better way, but a less explicit way to say or voice their frustration.
Yeah. This is a person I want to watch Wheel of Fortune with.
This is a person I want to watch deal with rush hour traffic in LA. Because I want to see if they break.
Oh, see, I don't want to see them break. I don't want to get them near it. They're so pure and fragile and gentle to me. I don't want them near traffic. I don't want to give them any opportunity to say swear words. I don't want them to call anybody a melon farmer. I want them to sit in front of Wheel of Fortune and just gently rock and tell me stories. That's the person that says, heck. Well, that's what I want.
You want to make sure that that's who they really are. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Sometimes people don't swear and they're psychos. Come on, man. We all saw Misery. He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car. Just saying. Kathy Bates said cock-a-doodie. Cock-a-doodie's pretty good because it still has duty in it.
But but we don't use it that much.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a quick break.
Okay, let's do it. I think we need a very quick break. Listen to this. You look like I'm interrupting your death. Oh, that's so good. Oh my God.
I'm glad to get a deep laugh out of you. It's very satisfying to get a deep howl laugh.
Oh, it's so funny.
Hi, is this Kelly?
Yes, this is Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. This is Jesse Thorne, co-host of Jordan Jesse Go.
Hi, Jesse.
I'm calling because you were just named Max Fun's Member of the Month for April.
Oh, wow. This is so surreal.
How long have you been a Jordan Jesse Go listener?
Probably 8 years. I actually saw you guys at the Bell House in Brooklyn in 2019.
Was seeing us the reason that you started listening to the show?
I don't know. I had been listening for a while.
Why did you end up becoming a member?
It's really just been such a dependable source of laughter and joy and comfort. I just appreciate that, and I didn't want to take it for granted. So I wanted to contribute and show my support because I don't want it to ever end.
Kelly, thank you so much for talking with me, and thank you so much for being a member of Max Fun.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. It's totally worth it.
If you're a Max Fun member, you can become the next Max Fun member of the month. Support us at MaximumFun.org/join.
This season on The Adventure Zone, Abnimals. Get ready for a brand new crime-fighting trio, here to protect the anthropomorphic muscular animal citizens of River City. Featuring Justin McElroy as Axolile, the firefighting axolotl. Clint McElroy as Roger Moore, the debonair cow of mystery. Griffin McElroy as Navy SEAL, the raw seal that has never served in the armed forces. And Travis McElroy as every other swole critter in River City. This swear-free Saturday morning cartoon-inspired story airs every Thursday on MaximumFun.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, I got another one for you.
Okay.
I'll give you the companion to heck for me,
Okay.
which is shucks.
Shucks.
Oh, shucks. Is there anything more our town? I'm an innocent person who would never think to use swears.
No, Hal,
Oh,
here's the
shucks.
thing, buddy. No, I'm
Yeah.
worried that you're going to play 3-card Monty with somebody if shucks is this high on your list. Because here's the thing. Someone that says heck, I understand they just don't want to swear. Someone that says shucks doesn't want to swear because they're hiding something. Like Bugs Bunny would say, aw, shucks, when he had a mallet behind his back. You know what I mean? Like, shucks is, if you're using shucks in 2025, I feel like you might, you have a secret.
Yeah.
Unless you're just like, would you really, and look, I've met a few people in my life that are, well, shucks, ma'am, they just kind of that Southern drawl, real sweet and, that aw shucks kind of vibe to them. And they're really that person. But that person is so few and far between, I think. If there were more than 3 people in my life who used the word shucks, then maybe that I actually believe. Max 3 that I believe saying it.
Right. Okay. Good point. We can get rid of that.
But I don't want to immediately eliminate. Make your case for shucks.
I don't think it's the best one. It's one I thought of. I was like, this is a standard bearer. Because there aren't, the truth is, a lot of the ones for number 2, like duty and stuff like that, it's stuff that you say as a kid. Like, do you have a BM? It's in the same category. You don't really you don't go eat duty when you're an adult.
No, you say eat farts.
Yeah. You say eat farts like a real grown up. By the way, Mark, I'm really proud of you that you moved to the end of a movie. Ken rightly points out that shoot is another standard bearer that stands in, but you don't say eat my shoot. You just say shoot.
The idea that shoot as a substitute in all cases is so like, oh my gosh, I had the shoots this morning so bad. Like, oh, I don't know what it is. I think I need to eat a banana. I haven't taken a shoot all day.
Yeah. Nobody walks in and goes, smells like shoot in here.
Yeah. Man, shoot happens.
Yeah. I do have one that I think.
Okay.
And
shoot is really
a good one.
Shoot's
classic.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a good one to shout out, but it's not. You don't use it for anything else.
Yeah.
And that is crap.
Crap's good. It's got the right syllables.
Sounds naughty.
It's flat. Sounds a little naughty.
Look at this crap.
Yeah,
What's
you
all
can
this
really,
crap?
you can put some spin on crap.
Yeah, it's got stank on it. You can put some mustard on that one.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap.
Nobody's like if your boss, after you've turned in a report, comes to your desk, slams it on your desk and goes, "What is this poop?" That's not going to have the same impact as, "What is this crap?"
Who made a stinky on this paper? Who did this in fourth quarter?
Yeah. Yeah, I think crap's high up there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. I think crap is up there with fart in that it's crass. You know what I mean? I think it gets a little bit closer to blackjack.
Yeah. The only other one I had on my list was the only one you didn't say in darn and dang, which is drat. Just because it sounds classy. Because it sounds like, oh, drat.
Drat, yeah.
Who hath forsook me? Drat. Drat, Romeo, drat.
A drat's what you say when you've been foiled, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or curse.
Yeah.
You can say either one.
Curses is great. Drat's great. Fits into old timey. Again, I'm using these categories. I'm squeezing them in when I can, Hal.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, drat feels a little old timey to me. And I don't mind old timey. Like, I guess, what do we want to impart additionally, aside from if we're playing blackjack and trying to get close to the word versus are we trying to say something that is far enough away for the word that it's charming? Do we still want to have a little bit of charm and a little bit of wink in what we're saying? Or do we want to have more bite? Because drat has charm and crap has bite.
I would prefer crap over drat, personally.
Yeah. I like crap over drat. Is there one that both has bite and a wink?
Bite and a wink.
You know what I mean? I feel like having one that's got a little bit of a wink to it.
Can you think of one just off the top of your head that you feel has bite and a wink?
I mean, that's a big stinking pile of shoot is really funny to me. That feels like it's all wink. Ken pitched dipstick. Dipstick's also pretty funny because it's close enough.
Yeah. But it's very specific. Like you're calling someone a dipstick.
And we want this to be an expletive, not something you say to somebody.
Honestly,
like not something you call someone.
I think crap sort of satisfies all of it.
All right, we'll circle back around to crap. Crap's pretty good.
I think crap is like a really, really high level finalist in this one.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking of all the different, just like the comedic applications, like a character going like, I gotta take your crap.
Yeah.
Funny. What is all this crap that makes you feel like, oh, somebody's upset with you? I can't believe you put this crap on my desk. Now you're scared.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bunch of crap. Ma'am, please. There's a long line behind you at this grocery store.
And it feels like it should be illegal, but it's really not. It's crass, but not a swear.
Yeah, it's a crass, not a cuss.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not cussing with crap.
That to me is like 20.9999999 repeating if we're trying to hit blackjack, or 21. I mean, it's just a full 21. I guess that you can't get any closer to 22 without going over.
Yeah, crap's real high up there. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other ones that might try to dethrone crap. I want to go into Initial Land, and that would give you, that's really a, what's that?
BS?
Sure. But that would fall into more almost there. You know what I mean? Like, the first part sounds the same, like, son of a biscuit would be one. Or what a bunch of bullshit. You son of a bench.
Like that feels like a bit, which is good. It's a funny bit, but it's not. I don't think people use that.
Yeah. No, people don't use bullshit. Yeah, exactly. It's the Johnny Dangerously
it's very
school of swearing.
Yeah, the Fargan eyes holes.
Exactly. Oh, ice holes is so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, I know we've told this story before, maybe people haven't heard it, about dubbing.
Yeah, on Port of Call, New Orleans.
Port of Call, New Orleans. We went into dub and we were given the Warner Brothers book of approved swear replacements and tried to use as many of the most ridiculous ones as possible. And there were lots of M.F. combos that I loved. My favorite, of course, being Samuel L. Jackson's quote from Snakes on a Plane. I'm tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. Not only did Monday to Friday might be my favorite because they took what was a swear word moment in Snakes on a Plane and turned it into a schedule for an airline. I love that.
Melon Farmer, also very good.
Melon Farmer. Yeah.
Mother Father.
All classic versions of that. Do you have a favorite version of the MF combo?
Melon Farmer's my favorite.
Yeah, Melon Farmer's pretty good.
Because nobody says that.
Real quick story from that. I know I've told this one before, but again, I don't care. We're talking about swearing and I love this story. One of the guys that was doing the thing with us, forgive me for not remembering his name. We're recording a moment where someone leans forward in a car and says, "This is f***ing bullshit." And then he gets shushed. And in our version, it became, "Hey, did I ever tell you guys about the time that I," and then he gets shushed. Like, I love when it's just complete nonsense. Oh, my favorite moment of that day. So yeah, Melon Farmer is pretty funny. Melon Farmer's not as useful. Those are more useful in a tongue-in-cheek cinema situation.
Yeah. What about like Fiddlesticks?
Now we're getting to old-timey.
Yeah.
We're getting to old-timey. I'm going to throw a few at you, and you give me a yes or no, Hal.
Okay. Yes
I have
no,
a list.
What am I answering yes or no to?
You're answering yes or no. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down as we go. I'm going to write down the numbers of. This is a numbered list from the Tennessean, my people. The newspaper, the Tennessean, came up with a whole lot of. You know what? I'm not going to do all 50 of them. They came up with 50. I'm going to give you some of the best. You pick your favorite one out of these, Hal. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right. These are some old timey ones.
Go ahead.
Ready? Here we go. Balderdash. Dagnabbit.
No.
Barnacles.
No.
Holy cow.
Sure.
Sufferin' Succotash.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
I think it's different now.
Yeah, I think that's different. Phooey.
Classic grandma.
Classic. Yeah. Phooey's classic grandma. Bullspit. No, too close.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Egad.
No. Come on. That's what you say when you discover who the murderer is.
Gadzooks.
Same thing.
Shnikes. Shout out to Velma.
Yeah. And Chris Farley. No.
Yeah. Crikey.
A little too stylized for me.
Sure. We'll go across the pond. Blimey.
I mean, I love it. I don't think it's the best.
I'm going to throw another one in from across the pond, though, that's not on this list, that really only serves one function, but it's a good one. Bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't get, she trapped my bloody fingers in the bloody door. Sorry.
Yeah.
She trapped my bloody fingers in the bloody door.
Yeah. And it is an actual swear.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Apparently.
Zoinks. There's a lot of Scooby-Doo on this list. Jeepers, Zoinks, and then Drat is on here.
Yeah.
And of course, HE double hockey sticks. I'm going to eliminate one of these categories.
Yeah.
The blank word, because nobody ever actually just says that in real life.
Right.
All right. So of those, so I'll give you our finalists now, including the ones that we just added. We've got freaking, heck, shoot, crap, fart. Now we have holy cow, sufferin' succotash, phooey, and shnikes.
Give me the whole list now, please.
All right. Freaking, heck, shoot, crap, fart, holy cow, sufferin' succotash, phooey, and shnikes.
Now, the next person at the party has to say another word, but you have to repeat the whole list that came before. And then
I went on a trip and I took a freaking, a heck, a shoot, a graham cracker. Oh, I missed it. Look, as delightful as those other four are,
yeah,
I think that our winner is going to be within that first five. Freaking, heck, shoot, crap, and fart. The 5 words you can say on podcasts.
Oh, podcasts have a governing body now, a ratings.
Yeah. Yeah. The PAA.
All
right. So let's start eliminating them one by one. We'll go old school. We'll eliminate from 5 down to 1. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Freaking, heck, shoot, crap, fart. Eliminate 1.
Freaking.
Okay. Heck, shoot, crap, fart. I'm going to eliminate heck.
Okay.
We got shoot, crap, and fart.
I'm going to eliminate fart just because I don't know that it's used as a substitute that much. And it's a great word on its own. Big fan. Big fart fan here.
Sure. Why are you dogging my my lingo.
I don't know. Why do you look like the candle at a romantic restaurant? You completely disappeared when you moved back.
When you said I look like the end of the movie, I picture just that weird logo of the circles. That's the last thing you see. You know the one I'm talking about? Like when we were kids, we always saw that and Color by Technicolor. And that's how you knew you were about to either get an end credit scene or you're about to rewind the VHS tape.
I'm so glad to know no animals were harmed in the making of your room.
Here's the thing about this apartment. Any similarity to any actual person events is purely coincidental. Filmed in Canada.
So all right. So what do we have? Is it shoot and crap?
It's shoot and crap. All right. So let's decide. This is serious, Hal.
It's your elimination. You decide.
No. Come on. You know this. When we get down to two, we decide together.
Decide between shoot and crap.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear. Do you think it's pretty clear?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know because I want to determine how many situations we can reasonably use these words in. You know what I mean? Like shoot is milder than crap, right? Mm-hmm. Do we want to err on the side of a milder word that can be used in more company? Or do we want to play blackjack with it? This is the debate that goes back to the beginning. Crap is closer to blackjack, but shoot is for more polite company. And if we're changing our swear words, then do we need the version that can be said in the most polite company? Like, do we want the furthest change or the closest to regular?
Crap doesn't sound like any of the other words. Shoot sounds very close to a word it could be replacing.
Yeah.
So you're yes, exactly. 100%. So in that way, you're close to blackjack with either one. One sounds much more like an actual curse word. The other one sounds like it should be a curse word, but really isn't.
No. They don't have an adjective form. You know what I mean? It's interesting. We talked about it being useful for it to have an adjective form. Nobody says, hey, you trapped my shooting fingers in the shooting door.
Right. You don't trap your crapping fingers in the crapping door either. You could say that was a crap door. I trapped my fingers in it. Or
that's true.
A crappy door.
That's true. You know what?
You crapped out that door.
That's true. I think crap has a lot more. Yeah, it fits into a lot more types of words. You can adjust it a lot more.
Crap, which is not the best use of it. But I've heard people say that, right? You've heard that too. I mean, what the crap?
I feel like
it has the punch.
Yeah. I think we might have found it. This is a short episode. You want to just swear for 10 minutes?
I feel like we already have because we said crap so much. People of the world, before Mark fades out of Marty McFly's picture for good, we're here to tell you that the best substitute for a swear word is crap. And it's a substitute that holds the unique distinction of being completely separate from the word that it would be replacing, the common swear word it would replace. And it sounds a little dirty. And it's not the classiest word. It's in the dive bar. Crap's hanging out in the dive bar trying to fish quarters out of the jukebox. You know?
Yeah.
Crap's trying to call you over to a corner of the classroom to show you dirty pictures that crap brought with them. But crap also can go to church.
Yeah.
Crap can go to the opera. Crap is a season ticket holder.
Sure.
So crap gets around. And that's what makes it the best substitute swear word. Asked and answered.
Look, this topic is closed, but we have a load of topics. Wait, hold on. Let me try that again. Look, this freaking topic is closed, but we have a load of topics to get through. So, sorry, let me say that again. Look, this freaking episode is over, and this topic is Monday to Friday closed. But there is a load of argument out there in the world. So send us your topics and we will adjudicate them right here on the show. They will be asked and answered. Visit us online via email at wegotthispodcast@gmail.com or
shucks, why don't you find us at our frickin' Blue Sky, which is at We Got This Podcast. We are at We Got This Show on Instagram. We got YouTube. We're at We Got This Podcast there. Facebook group's still around, but we're really cooking over on Discord, bit.ly/WGT Discord, all lowercase. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks to our wonderful musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world. We can't thank you enough. Sorry. Let me do that again. We can't freaking thank you enough. You have gotten us through some heck times. And it's so hard to not just swear, to try to plug in the substitutes. My brain doesn't work. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to speak from the heart. You are the reason we do this show. I made Hal laugh earlier, and it's the best feeling in the world. And I get that feeling because of you. And Hal making me laugh is the other best feeling in the world. And we get that because of you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to make each other laugh and to hopefully make you laugh as well. What?
And please keep supporting the show so that Mark can move out of David Lynch's Lost Highway.
Listen, I gotta go. The water's about to run out of my nose and the Blair Witch is about to catch me. So I've got to get out of this. To you, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported
directly by you.